Alrighty, it's late night, August 5th, 2012, and I hope you're here to grind because this is Optional Bosses with Kyle Neely.
And Abraham Pilkington.
Yeah, just the two of us. We seem to be doing this a lot lately, but it works because we're kind of on a similar work schedule, if you will.
Yeah.
So we have real jobs to have to pay, real bills. Real problems. First world problems? Actually, no. I think everybody has those problems, right?
Yeah.
You work to survive.
Yeah.
That's society. That's just how it works.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is sad. No.
Alright,
Some people don't work and they survive. So, yeah.
Right, okay, so yeah, we got a great show for y'all today. So we'll just do what we always do and just talk about what we've been playing lately. If you haven't been playing anything, maybe just talk about something you did lately or something like that.
Okay.
So I've been playing a lot of Deus Ex lately.
Oh, sweet.
Reason being is a buddy of mine always said it was just really great. I always hear really great things about it.
Yeah.
Kojima said that his next Metal Gear Solid is going to be more like Deus Ex, so I was just like, oh, he spoke, I'm going to go go out and buy it, and I did, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's amazing. It's got great story. Like, it's got great characters. All your you feel like you're really making all these choices, and like all these things are happening because of you.
Oh, sweet.
Really, really enjoying it. But if you spec yourself correctly the way you want to play, like, it's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time.
Oh, nice. Is this the older or the newer?
This is the newest one. Yeah,
Okay,
Human Revolution. Thank you. I probably should have pointed that out. The one that came out last year.
Okay.
Really cool. Square Enix produced it. I think Eidos, they developed it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
You been playing or doing anything?
Not too much. Still on Twin Snakes. Kind of had work just get in the way, so I wasn't able to get much farther. I did play a lot of Battlefield last night actually, so I kind of
Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3. I kind of picked it up
nice.
again. I haven't tried out the new Close Quarters or anything. I know Armored Kill is about to come out, but didn't really get to it. I just wanted to kill some time and shoot some fools. So. Played that a little bit. Had a blast. Always like that game. Playing it on the PC, so it's fun.
Yeah. See, I've only been playing it on the Xbox, and I've stopped since then because it's just really glitchy and not really many people are playing and stuff like that. But that's the way I would want to play it, is on the PC. My PC is barely editing these quote unquote videos for y'all. So. But yeah, very cool, man. Hopefully I'll be able to get on the Battlefield soon. Battlefield 2 used to be one of my favorite games ever. Playing on the PC was sublime. It was the best.
And I played through Battlefield Vietnam whenever I could, I think one of our friends had it. And so
Vietnam was fun, yeah.
Yeah, Vietnam was fun.
Was really awesome.
You can fly jets and bomb people. As
helicopters, and there's like boats that are going through the rivers.
Tanks.
Get out of here.
It's like, no, fucking love the game. So
64 players, that's insane. Totally. Well, cool. Yeah, I've also been playing Kingdom Hearts for the 3DS, the Dream Drop Distance. It's like Kingdom Hearts with a little bit of like Diet Inception in it or whatever. It's really weird. It's all about the dream world and how nightmares consume energy and create new portals and new worlds. It's really kind of deep and profound in a way, but not real, but cute at the same time. It's all very bizarre. I'm really, really enjoying it, though. It's the best combat system in the series so far. It's so freaking cool. Like, every single level, like, you kind of do something different, like, whenever you're, like, your powers are different, and they're themed to the level. So, like...
okay.
Oh, it's really sick. I'm really, really enjoying it. I just got through the Tron level, which it was really cool, and it's the new Tron.
The Legacy.
So, it kind of follows that story, kind of like Kingdom Hearts always does. It kind of parallels the story or whatever. And Quasimodo was the first level that I did. The Hunchback of Notre Dame stuff, and then I did Tron, and now I'm in. I think I don't know where I am, but it started off like with Geppetto, so I don't. But it's called Prankster Town or something. I don't know. It's bizarre. So that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, sweet.
You play as Riku, and you drop back and forth between Riku and Sora.
Okay, that's cool. No, Riku's a cool character. So
Riku's sick. And
then,
I didn't realize how because like this game fills you in on like all the other games. Like if something happened, it's just like flashback. It gives you an entire cutscene, an entire thing to read about what happened in the games. some of those games are pretty deep. I didn't realize how crazy the stories were, but like they were like I guess the gameplays were not really good because I never played them on the PSP.
Yeah.
So I missed all those.
There are a bunch on like the DS2 that are kind of like one of them was like a rehash of a cell phone game. That came out
it's hard to siphon the good ones to the bad ones. Yeah.
There's like a remake of the one that came out on the GBA. So
for the PS2, yeah.
The PS2. So there are a lot of releases in there, and to my understanding, the stories and stuff were good. But I was like, well, I don't know if I want to.
I'll read a fact.
Yeah, right. I'll just go to the wiki page and just look up the story. I spent hours on those pages anyway. So, but no, I tried out the demo. You showed me the demo, and I liked the combat system in that game a whole lot. In this game a whole lot too.
Yeah.
So I want to get my hands on it just to see what else you do with it.
It's cool.
It was just really nice and intuitive and very, very fluid. And it just, everything made sense once you got into it. So
it's pretty
really
sick.
Cool,
yeah. And your characters, they're like Pokemon. You collect their fragments and create them.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
The fragments are dropped from the people you kill, so you're not just like searching for them or anything like that.
Okay, it's not a fetch quest or anything.
No. So yeah, nice. I'm really enjoying it. I hope it continues to keep my attention. I'm like 8 hours in, a little over.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Damn.
You said you watched Batman again, didn't you?
Yes, I went and saw Batman a second time.
How'd you feel the second time?
Oh, I loved it just as much, if not more. Fuck, I got to sit in a good spot in the theater this time, so I actually heard everything Bane was saying. So fuck yeah.
Someone was arguing with me last night that movie was overrated, and every time anyone gets in an argument with me about this movie, anytime that anyone gets in an argument about this movie, I usually always like discuss the plot holes with them that they feel, and they always end up walking away from the conversation either convinced or just mad.
Yeah.
So but last night, that happened. I thought that was funny.
Oh damn, yeah. It's like let me direct you to my podcast.
Yeah,
and we talk about everything.
Yeah, people like you specifically, but that's good.
Yeah.
You saw it twice. Yeah, I've seen it twice too. Yeah. It was better the second time for me as well.
Definitely no. I had somebody kind of indifferent on it. He's like, it's a lot different from Dark Knight. I'm like, no shit, but it's better. But I didn't get a chance to debate with him, so maybe another time. We'll see. But
cool. Well, I just there's always games coming out that we always miss and stuff like that, or that we wanted to play or whatever that maybe missed years ago, and we didn't have enough lunch money to save up, to get that cartridge or whatever.
Yeah.
But mine's a little more current, and it's Left 4 Dead 2, and it's not the full game, but it's just the new campaign that came out, Coldstream.
Oh, Coldstream, yeah.
I'm a big Left 4 Dead fan. It's a lot of fun. I don't have any multiplayer games right now in my life, so maybe this will be my step back into it for a little while. So that'll be nice, and it'll be cool to have like a new scary thing to go through that I'm not familiar with, so that'd be cool.
And October's practically around the corner, so what better way to start the month,
Started early, like always. Halloween's like it's the greatest holiday ever, like
easily.
Right?
It's you go out and you get drunk in costume. It's fucking great. Now.
Totally.
It's a holiday for all ages. What the fuck? How you do this?
Right.
Everybody has fun that holiday. So no. Well, damn. I've still got my copy of Left 4 Dead 2, so
do you still have a copy of it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Let's link up and do that. I didn't realize because Ryan plays it too.
Oh really? Well,
so the three we almost have a full party.
Nice.
Wow. Revelations on the podcast.
And this Cold Stream or whatever coming out.
Coldstream, and it brings every single level from the first game into the second game, so we can play through. I don't know if you can play with melee weapons in those first levels.
I think they include them. Yeah, I hope.
I'm probably gonna go pick it up tomorrow. So
I haven't even tried out the other DLC they had. The one where what's his face dies in it.
I didn't try that either.
I just have the base standard.
I don't even have the game. I have to go buy the game again.
Hopefully they'll package those together or something and make it a little nicer. But we'll see.
Well, cool. That's sick. I didn't realize that you were a Left 4 Dead player.
Yeah, no, I like it. No, I love it.
That's awesome.
One of our mutual friends came down when I lived down south. He came and that was pretty much all we did for an entire day. We're like, you know what, we're beating this game, and we kind of didn't because it's really hard in some places. But
yeah, it gets tough, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm more affinitive to the. I like the first one better, but I think I had a lot of judgments on the second one, so I think I'm coming from a less judge-free place this time around. So
yeah, okay, yeah, no.
And I like the melee weapons.
Yeah, although sometimes they do feel a little broken. You're like, I have a katana, nothing survives.
Hey, that's why they. Come on, man.
No, I know. It's a katana,
no, that's you raise a very good point. A katana should never be like someone should never be like, I would rather carry this katana than this machine gun.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. But no, I've got it on the Xbox. I'm sure you probably pick it up there too. I would always prefer it on PC, but I know our situations are not lending themselves that direction. So
if we can do that, that'd be great.
No, yeah.
Screw PC, man. Don't be one of those guys. No, beat it. It's okay. Just run free.
I like
don't get trapped down here with me and PC graveyard. Ville.
I'm just more accurate with a mouse than I am a controller. It's just me.
I'm right there with you. That's why I don't play Battlefield on the Xbox. I could play Bad Company too. There was something about Bad Company 2 that felt really good on the controller. Yeah. I don't know what it was, but like
even like the vehicles, like the helicopter.
3 just was. It felt there was a disconnect playing it on the Xbox. Because it's a PC game. That's why.
That was made for PC. I think Bad Company 1 was like developed wasn't even make it to PCs, and
I'm pretty sure it was made for the consoles.
Yeah, so that probably just carried over to.
I'm a big fan of Bad Company too. That's probably that's one of the few first-person shooters, and I'm really, really good at like competitive. But probably not so much more because I haven't played it in years. But
yeah, kind
of. Was there any other games that are coming out, or man, that's.
Geez,
I mean,
I
really dig that DLC. That's all on my radar. There's just.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Like, there's no real like new games. Just interested in the new Battlefield DLC that's coming out. They make the largest map in Battlefield history ever. So fucking crazy shit. More vehicles. You get.
There's a bigger map. It's like the biggest map ever.
Yeah, the biggest.
Have you played on it?
No, I haven't. No, I don't even know if that it's like Armored Kill or something.
I don't think that might not even be out.
Yeah, I don't think it's out yet. But they've been like showcasing it and stuff. You can be like the gunner in the that one gunship. The ship that they assault Scorponok with in the Transformers movie. You can be the gunner in one of those. In one of those planes, yeah. So you get other planes to take it out, and you're the gunner and shit.
Okay, that's kind of sick.
So new vehicles and shit. That's really really neat stuff there. So I'm excited for that, but that stuff's not out. Close Quarters is, but yeah, we'll see. Other than that, kind of a slow month.
Close Quarters is kind of like for the people who want their Battlefield to be more like Call of Duty.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I do that just to keep like my sharpshooting skills, my accuracy skills like in check. Like I do that because that way I'm focused on one thing, shooting things in the head.
Yeah.
And then I go into the other games. I'm like, oh, nobody's gonna beat me right here because I know how to shoot all their little their wobbly heads on their bodies. So
yeah.
But Close Quarters, very Call of Duty-ish. And a little Counter-Strike-ish. I play a lot on Counter-Strike. I play a lot of gun games, which is you start with like a low-level weapon, like a pistol.
I love that. That's dead though, right?
Counter-Strike?
I mean, no, not Counter-Strike. That like way of making multiplayer. You know what I mean? How you start off with a pistol and then like you kind of work your way up like a weapons like tree almost.
Clearly not, because Close Quarters has a mode like it's like a gun.
Oh,
it's like
really?
a gun match. Yeah, a gun match, gun game, something like that. And you start off with lower weapons.
And the last weapon's like the knife, right?
Yeah.
I totally heard about this.
I don't know if that carries over in Battlefield, but when you watch like a video of it, you can clearly see all the inspirations from those.
I think Call of Duty had a mode like this too. I think Black Ops did, or if not, Modern Warfare 2. I'm not sure, but I really dig modes like that. In all honesty.
Yeah, it's challenging because you start off with a shitty weapon and you have to work your way up, and then you get the better weapons, and hopefully you're up at the top. Otherwise, you're really trying hard to get kills. Everybody else has machine guns while you have a fucking pistol. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, that intrigued me when I saw like they had some dude, I guess in like the beta version, he had recorded it and he was just going around massacring everybody and just leveling up weapons. I was like, holy shit, this is what I do on a regular basis on Counter-Strike. So
yeah.
cool.
Well, badass. I wish I was on Battlefield with you on the PC. That sounds super sick. So yeah. Well, anyways, there's always games that's coming out in the distance.
Yeah.
They're always out there. But we're thinking about them.
Yeah.
Maybe not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah.
Mine particularly lately, because it's kind of getting closer, is Borderlands 2.
Oh yeah, that one.
Super excited for Borderlands 2. I'm didn't even beat Borderlands 1. There was something about Borderlands 1 that was just like more desert, huh?
More desert.
More shades of tan, huh? But like I really liked everything else about it though. Like it aesthetically was draining for me. I loved the animation, the cell shading, and the cartoony look and everything. But it was really just like that abysmal, like being in the desert. Which I mean, like that's the part of the
that's the premise.
That's the premise.
But that would definitely get...
it was draining on me for sure, but I really enjoy... And the lack of story, which I can't... Yeah, there was like barely any story, but it was funny. Like the writing was good, and it was funny and stuff like that, but like the lack of story, like I'm investing so much time in this, I want something, I want a little give.
Yeah.
But all that's being taken care of in the second one.
Oh, sweet. That's good.
The story is hyper-focused. I think the campaign mode lasts just under 60 hours, was what they clocked in when they were writing the review on just the playthrough.
Yeah.
It's a long campaign. You got 4 characters.
Okay.
Right off the bat with another character coming out in the distant. A lot of replayability, more guns and stuff like that, And like I said, the main thing was the focus on story for me, and like developing a villain that you are trying and fight the entire game. There's nothing like a good villainry.
Easily, yeah. Got to go towards.
Super excited for Borderlands 2. I'm hoping it's great. I'm hoping you come with me to the Badlands, man.
Yeah. No, I'll be in on that, and I think we've got a big enough group.
I think I have at least 4 people already, so we're already ready.
We're already ready
to raid vaults or whatever they do in those games.
The dungeon raid. Yeah.
Cool. Well, anything that you're excited for that's coming out?
Well, as always, Resident Evil 6 is coming out.
Yes.
So
I was struggling not to say that one.
No. Really that one's a little bit further out, but that's always back there. I'm like, you know what? Resident Evil 6 comes out this year, so...
Did you hear all the news for Resident Evil 6?
Yeah, with just like showing up in some of these games. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the agent hunt mode, and it only happens after you beat the game, so it's never going to ruin your first experience.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's never going to ruin your first run through. When you're going back doing time trials or trying to get money and trying to collect guns, those bad boys are going to be in your servers. It'll let you know when they enter, but you don't know who they are.
You don't know who they are. Okay.
So,
I didn't read enough up on it. It just kind of snuck up on me, and then I was like, I'll read this later, and never did.
Yeah.
Do they play as like zombie characters, or they play as like
different? A myriad of beasts. I don't think there's none of like the boss or mini boss characters. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I don't know what they didn't go into like what the range of beasts were.
I'm sure.
I saw people like with machetes, so like just regular humans, and then like when they get shot, they do that mutation thing, and all of a sudden they have a huge arm that they can use as a weapon.
Okay.
But I've seen some other people that were like monster-esque, but I haven't seen anything that was like too crazy.
Okay. Sweet though. That's that I read a little bit about it. And I was like, oh shit, what? That one's always there. I'm like, it's the right time of the month, right time of the year, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Can't wait. So that one, especially.
No one's gonna argue that one. That's for sure. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's go for our battle royale, where we take 2 characters. Well, not so characters today, but it's video game related. But today's theme is going to be video game announcers. We're going to put 2 head-to-head and see who would be the best at just narrating every video game ever. Who's just good? Who's got that voice? Who's got that
voice?
Pizzazz?
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and go first. Okay. I have to go the Soul Calibur guy.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty...
He's got a lovely vocabulary. He's very eloquent when he talks. No,
this is true.
So welcome back to the stage of history. So it's just like
with the epic music in the background.
It's always really grandioso with him. So he could really even spruce up like a Cooking Mama game.
That's true. Actually.
I think he could. What about you?
Mine is a little bit different, actually, not from a fighting game, and a lesser played one, and I haven't played through enough of it, but one of the announcers from Mad World on the Wii.
Oh, okay, I played that game a little bit.
Fucking Bender's voice from Futurama.
Is it really?
Yes, it really is.
Oh,
yeah.
very nice.
And it's just great, because you're there, chainsawing everybody, and he's there going, oh, fuck, he's there cursing right there with you. He's a fucking announcer. He's just cool. Again, I haven't played far enough into it. That game's a little bit tough to get into. The visual style really
it totally is. Yeah, that's why I said I played a little of
it. Great concept. I would have loved a bit different execution from him, but I can't argue the announcers. There's two of them, so I just picked one. But and I can't remember who the other voice was, but I know Bender for sure. And
it's cool. I love Bender, so that's...
he might as well be Bender from Futurama, because that's how he talks.
That's pretty sick. So we picked two completely opposite ones. You picked a really vulgar...
and one's very elegant.
And one another really elegant. Okay, that's nice. That's a real battle right there, Abraham.
Oh yeah, two different worlds, man.
May they collide. Okay. Great. That's the end of that. Very nice. Okay, well, cool. Well, we can go ahead and just talk about some, just some of our favorite games.
Favorite games.
Kind of did this on the Drunk Cast the other night.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Talked about it a little bit, not too much, because we got into a lot of stuff. We got into talking about a lot of weird things.
Weird things.
We may have talked some people into watching Salo and thinking it was a date movie. I don't know.
That works.
But
yeah.
I'm not gonna say. I plead the fifth on all of that, so you just have to go back and listen.
Yeah. I'll check it out. See it.
But yes, I don't know. We can just talk about just the games that I wanted to kind of go on the subject more. There's a lot of games that I use the word love a lot, and I do. I'm passionate about a lot of games, but maybe we get down to the ones that are the for real love. Not the games that are just like super good and you played once and just never played again.
Okay.
You're talking about those games that you're forever going to go back to and play, something like that.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and go first. We were kind of talking about it before the podcast even started, and it was Chaos Legion.
Oh, yeah.
It was the game that was made by the people who did Devil May Cry right after the original Devil May Cry, I believe.
Yeah, either that or the second one.
Or second one.
Everybody forgets the second Devil May Cry, so it might have been.
Yeah, it's true. That is absolutely true. So, I really love that game. You started off as a guy character. It had a really awesome story.
Yeah,
I think it took place in France because everyone's name was French and stuff like that. Delacroix. Cool bad guy though. All the characters are really cool. The story was convoluted in the way that it was given to you, but at the very end it all made sense. If that makes any sense. A lover's quarrel story, a love triangle story, if you will. Very, very cool, and Capcom did it, obviously, because that's who that director was with at that time.
Yeah.
Super love that game. The entire concept of it was you get the ability to control legions, and you have all different types of legions that you unlock throughout the game. Some just being like your sword guys, and some being your range guys and stuff like that. And they had their own attacks, and you attacked especially for them and stuff like that. So. I don't know. It was really freaking cool. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, the stories what really got me. The levels are really cool. All the creatures are really cool. All the bosses you fought were really cool. They just really don't make games like that anymore. That's a hack and slasher at its finest. But it had that whole entire deep minion system also, or legion system. Jeez, it wasn't just like God of War, and I'm not gonna shit on God of War, but where it's just like that hack and slash system, and then you just kind of have the soul system, but there's really no depth beyond the hack and slash gameplay. You know what I mean? This at least has that extra layer, that one more layer, if you will.
Yeah, which is
so. If you like hack and slashers, or maybe you're even not a big fan of hack and slashers, this is a little bit more than that. You know what I mean? So this might be for you. It's on PS2. I would go look it up. I bet you get it for like $8 at GameStop.
Easily,
yeah. It's totally fucking great.
got some cool RPG elements of that too, because you take the legions and you level them up, and you start with maybe like 3, and then you get more.
Yeah, you'll end up with 5, and they all get stronger.
More attacks, different attacks that aid you.
Yeah, attacks that you can control sometimes. Yeah, combo attacks, absolutely.
So
I had these ninja guys, man, that just used to eat people. They would
good.
jump up and like do screw attacks down into you, and there'd be like 8 of them.
Those are definitely some of the most popular ones. Like on the internet, everybody's like the ninjas.
But they sucked at first. But when you got them all the way to the top, dude, they were the best though. It was just a grind, and that was back when I don't go back and play games multiple times. I don't go through the grind. I just try and beat the game. But that game was hard.
Yeah,
it took tons of grinding, but the game did it in such a way where like the combat was always fun. I could be doing the same level over and over again.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't really care. I was like, great. Well, I can do it better. I'm gonna do it better next time. I'm gonna use less healing items, because I need to save those.
Exactly. Yeah. I went through. I don't normally go through and max out things, but I was maxing out legions left and right in that game.
Totally.
I want to see what they are, at the final level, all these powers and shit. So.
Then Thanatos, man.
He was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. You're collecting the pieces throughout the entire game, and it starts off as little dude, turns into a big dude.
Yeah, and it sucks because you start with him in the very first, like the intro level, and you're like, you just broke my fucking...
Yeah, that was my god.
Yeah, and then you get him again, and you're like, he's a fucking egg, what is he doing? And you're like, oh man, he's so weak, and then he gets all beefy again.
He gets swole.
Yeah, he's the shit.
That game is way overdue for a sequel, but apparently it didn't do well enough to ever guarantee that. And when you beat the game, you got to play as the chick, and she was a gun chick, and she shot, and like the game was so hard because you didn't have legions.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, what do we do? It's like, oh, I can shoot now.
But she was really agile. You could like jump on her back and like shoot from her back and like twirl on her side and stuff like that. And,
she was pretty sweet. Yeah. I think it was based on like a manga or something. Like,
was it?
Yeah, either that or there was a manga based on it. One of the two. I want to say, or like a novel or something, like a light novel, which is.
I think it may have been based off the game because I think that's that's his intellectual property. Yeah. I'm not sure because it would be interesting to see. I don't know because it would be Capcom's intellectual property because they paid for it actually.
Yeah, I'll have to look this up. I can't believe I didn't look this up.
You should.
I'm always on Wikipedia and things. I can't believe.
If you find it, comment it on this. Yeah, comment on this post or whatever.
I'll clear it up in the comments.
Cool.
Both. Yeah.
Well, cool. What about you? We'll kind of just trade off here. What's a game that you're just like, you just feel it?
Okay, I can't remember if did I talk about it in the Retrocast, Yoshi's Island? Did I mention anything about that?
I don't know.
Because
wrong person to be asking.
Because if I didn't, I fucked up bad. Because Yoshi's Island is easily one of the best 2D platformers I've ever played in my entire life.
Well, this is why we do these episodes, Abraham, because we got too much stuff to think about.
Oh yeah, I definitely missed out on a lot of things during the Retrocast, and I think I definitely missed out on this one. And if not, you know what? I'm just gonna.
Who cares? If you fucking love it, shout it from the rooftops.
That had just some of the greatest elements. It starts off, nice and easy, and the difficulty scales upward really quick. And you're juggling a lot of things. You're not just jumping from platform to platform. You're avoiding enemies because if they hit you, Mario gets taken off your back, and he's there crying his ass off. Mm-hmm. You're there looking for like red coins because you get more. You're not just collecting coins or like red coins for one reason or another, just to gain more points. But it actually. You'll get more time to gather Mario back, and you'll gain you can unlock other levels and things if you get all of the if you get 100% on things. So you have an incentive to get these extra things. You've got eggs, and there will be puzzle elements and things that are that you have to use those eggs. So you'll be there dodging enemies, leaping into the air over to the next platform, shooting eggs all simultaneously. During the middle of a fucking boss fight, so you have some really intense moments, but they're just really great.
That's pretty fucking cool. I really fucking dig that game, man.
Yeah, and they tried again a few years on the DS. It was a good one, but it didn't feel as intense. They kind of just took those.
Was it the same game they ported, or
no? I wish they had
ported it.
It was a sequel.
Okay,
it was a
gotcha.
Direct sequel to it, and it was good. It was definitely a solid title, just not as intense. And I know I'm not just that much better at games now. It's because I go back and play Yoshi's Island and. fuck. Is still really.
But Yoshi's Island doesn't hold a candle to Yoshi's Story on the 64, right?
No.
No, just kidding.
No, man. Fuck that game. You know that if that game were half the game Yoshi's Island had been. Fuck. Oh my god. You know that one. The only reason that game did any good it was because of the advertising campaign behind that fucking game. What the hell were those advertisements about? The two different games, man. I was like, this is gonna be intense. I get there and suddenly Yoshi's talking to me. I'm like, fuck this bitch. No.
They had cute songs, man.
Yeah, that's my ringtone. Don't diss it. No,
yeah, that game was a clusterfuck. That's for sure.
And I gotta comment though, the final boss battle on Yoshi's Island, fucking damn, dude, that was probably let me describe this video, this battle, and then go YouTube it, because this shit's crazy. You fight against giant baby Bowser. He's fucking Godzilla size over here. And, like, he's walking towards you. If he gets up to you, he crushes you and die, whatever. You don't... but you're on these platforms, you know. You've got holes in their platforms. He roars and rocks fall and make the platforms smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So he's shooting fireballs at you, walking forward towards you. You have to throw eggs at him, but your eggs have like a trajectory, so
of course, yeah.
they arc. So you have to, if you shoot over his head, you miss him. You shoot like his stomach, it doesn't hurt him. So you have to hit him like in the face.
Right in the face.
Right in the face. So you're doing all that again. This is just going back. You're juggling all these.
This is sweet because I don't think I've ever gotten to the end of that game.
Yeah.
So
definitely YouTube it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Cause and then halfway through the fight he roars again and there's more rocks falling and he makes the platforms even smaller than they once were before. So you have these tiny little ass platforms.
Are you having to jump on these platforms?
Yeah,
to like evade.
He's shooting fireballs at you, so you have to jump. And you only get they send you like these large eggs on balloons, and I think you only really get to hold one of them at a time, so you might have to jump to get the eggs too. So you're avoiding all this shit, and it's just, at that age, fucking my hands were shaking. I was like so intense, my blood and adrenaline just pumping through me. So great experience, great final boss. Like, geez, few final bosses have that intensity to them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that level of challenge. So definitely a really great game that I really love, and I'm disappointed that it has not been released on the Virtual Console yet. Like, I checked that thing religiously.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, you would think one of their little baby would be one of the first ones on there.
And I guess it kind of came out at the wrong time. It was kind of the end of the SNES life cycle, so nobody picked up on it. Everybody was like, N64, and it just totally went under a lot of people's radar. But it's such a well-designed game. Like, it's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's challenging, and that's the thing about it. It's just really, really a challenging game, and really fun. Just a whole lot of fun. But maybe it was too hard for some people. I don't know. But I love that fucking game, like deeply. That one holds its place really, really, really deep.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, well, there's a lot of games that I like super like, so I don't know, probably the next one that I haven't really talked about a lot, which I don't think you have even played yet because of, PS3 situations that having one or whatever. I'm a big Uncharted fan. Super big into Uncharted. I think we were all Indiana Jones boys when we were growing up, and this is kind of the snarky, the same kind of attitude, but really hip and really cool main character, and all the characters that you meet throughout all the games are really, really good, and some of the best action set pieces in any video game that I've ever played. I will go ahead and say the best.
Best? Oh, shit.
There's an entire train sequence in the second one that's absolutely breathtaking, and there's an airplane sequence in the third one that's, I can't even. It's just it's pretty ridiculous. It's all ridiculous, and the stories are so good. They're grounded in somewhat realism, but they kind of dabble in the supernatural, if you will.
Okay, so still very Indiana.
Still very Indiana, yeah. Very, how much so that Ark of the Covenant one was. It was very supernatural and stuff like that. And also Last Crusade was also very supernatural. I was alive for 300 years, or however thousands of years or whatever.
I'm not very familiar with the games just because I didn't own one, so I never looked into it. Are the stories intertwined?
Yes, yes, okay, yeah. Okay, they all really kind of. I mean, one doesn't like take place right after another, but like, it's as much the story about the characters as it is about like. The story as it is also.
Okay.
So like it's as connected as the Indiana Jones movies are. Okay, Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
You know how like none of the stories are connected, but like time there's a chronological timeline of his life. You know.
Okay. No.
And there's and it's a powerful, well written game. It's Naughty Dog. They do great. Same people who are doing The Last of Us that's coming out. And there's a scene because he's kind of like he's a thief, so he's not wanting these things in a museum.
Right.
I don't want him in a museum. He wants them in his into the next pawn guy, next black market guy, and wants money off of it or whatever. But like there's some powerful moments because he's like an anti-hero or whatever, and like he kind of like fucks over people, to like get what he wants or whatever, and like there's a real powerful moment in the third one where he's like saying I'm sorry to someone very specific, and I just don't want to ruin anything for you, but other people out there know what I'm talking about, and it's fucking like takes the wind right out of you, man. But yeah, super into Uncharted. Gotta get around to playing it at some point.
Definitely.
But if I ever get the library, you can just borrow my PS3 and those games.
Okay.
And then just play it because.
No, I'm looking to change my PS3 problem.
Oh, really? You're looking into possibly getting one?
Yeah, easily. No,
are there any games on the PS3 that you like miss that you really want to play?
Actually, there are a few Tales games that have come out.
Very nice.
Me and my
friend you like Tales, alright?
Yeah,
I like Tales too.
Me and my friend are big into them, so like I'm like, hey, sit down and just like play through these games. Like we went through both Tales of Symphonia one year. We were just like, hey, we'll try it out and enjoy them. So, and I know the new flagship one, Exilia or whatever, is being brought to the U.S., but only on PS3.
Yeah, I read an article about it.
I read that. Yeah. So that one's only coming out on PS3. So I'm like, I'll just get it. That
was the nail in the coffin.
Pretty much. Well,
Tales of Grace just came out on the PS3, and that was on the Wii, but it got HD, beautified or whatever.
Actually, the real draw for me for the PS3, and I'm glad they haven't canceled it, is Final Fantasy Versus 13. That's like
it's not canceled.
It's not canceled.
I'm all in like Kingdom Hearts guys. So
I was about to go.
I've been following those videos very closely, and that game looks very, very awesome.
Yeah, I always said, I'm like, if there's one game that's going to get me to buy a PS3, it's going to be that one.
And then blam, there was like all that cancellation news.
Yeah, and I was like, no. And then they're like, yeah, it's funny because I just got out of the Versus 13 meeting. It's like, I don't know what you
I like how they were just like, someone just must have made that up and it just picked up steam.
Rumor mill here.
Power of the internet.
But no, I'm glad they're not canceling it, so that's another reason to get a PS3, so I'm cool with it. And again, me and my friend.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, of course. Of course, the whole Metal Gear series. So that's probably one I would buy and own and just hold on to forever because it's probably that kind of game that I'd want to have. And then
it is Abraham.
Other titles like Little Big Planet and everything.
Little Big Planet's a lot of fun. I really like it. I don't like building stuff, but I love playing other people's building. Dude, someone made the entire first Metal Gear game all through Little Big Planet. Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I know. So definitely some titles for all that are going to change. So Uncharted will definitely.
Uncharted would have to be on that list for sure.
Oh yeah.
Heavy Rain would have to be on that list for you.
Last of Us, if that ends up being
Last of Us
great,
is gonna be great.
Yeah.
You could just look at it and tell.
and other games, I'm sure if there are friends I've got that have more games on the PS3 like multiplayer or whatever, I'll probably invest into those and stuff. So. I know Ryan on the podcast. I know he's got a PS3, and I think he prefers it over Xbox, which is cool. I prefer Xbox.
Does he? Did he say that?
I think so. I might be in the wrong place to put that out there. But I don't know. I know I don't even have him on Xbox, so maybe that's like an indication. But I don't know, on Xbox Live, whatever. But Uncharted, definitely.
You're not real friends, so you're Xbox Live friends.
Right.
Cool, alright, well that's PS3 is fucking sick. It's got a lot of really good games on it. It took a while, but that got there, and the Last Guardian. If it was that, did you mention that also?
Oh no,
that's the Team Ico game, and that's coming out also. Oh, wow. Still, they still said that it's still coming, even though it lost its head director and everything. It's still.
Oh really? Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, but we'll see.
Yeah, that one looked really cool, but I hadn't heard anything. What was that, like E3 2000?
They made an announcement sometime. It wasn't like at E3 or anything like that. But
yeah, because I remember some of the screens, but never really.
And all the HD collections only come out on PS3.
Yeah.
Prince of Persia and Splinter Cell and Jak and Daxter and. Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. Oh yeah, I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan, so that one's.
I gotta get into that. I've never played any of those games.
It's good. It's a nice little platformer.
Is it funny?
Yeah, it's funny. It's a decent amount of funny. It's probably meant for a slightly younger group, but they don't. It's kind of a Shrek funny, I guess. You know.
A Shrek funny.
Yeah, where it's like.
I gotta confine you, man. I don't like Shrek.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I get what you're saying, though. But I don't like Shrek. I'm not kidding about that. But no, I get what you're saying. I could find humor in that, I'm sure.
But
it doesn't take me much to laugh.
Well, I mean, the subtitle to one of them is Going Commando, so kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I get it.
Not.
But the new ones looked really good on the PS3. Like the graphics were amazing.
Yeah, holy shit. But I enjoyed the gameplay there, like a lot there. It's been years since I've played it, so I can't really comment much on it. But the gameplay was what did it for me. I was like, I really like these elements to it. Jak and Daxter, I started playing, but I think the disc I rented was glitched or something because I didn't get very far in it.
Glitched disc.
Yeah, gotta love those rentals. People. I don't know what people do with discs. I don't want to know what people do with discs, but
I don't either.
But yeah, no, Ratchet and Clank is a fun one. Definitely check it out if they've guarded it, red box or something.
Not a red box. I think it's probably $10 on the PS3 now because those games are a little older.
Yeah,
the first two, I think there's another like all for one or whatever, which looked different. It wasn't like the regular.
I would say play the core ones.
Where it's I think it's a spin-off series.
Deadlocked or something. It's like, it doesn't need to be mature. Come
on,
guys. Come on.
Well, okay, cool. What's some other games that what's another game that you're passionate about, that you really like that just nothing gets, you don't bring up enough or...
Oh, shit. Hold on.
I think you've brought up X1 before.
Really
X1, yeah.
Easily, yeah. Fuck. Even
some retro games you may have missed from like last time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other ones I may have missed or not elaborate. I know I missed that one, which is unfortunate. That's a big one for me. But well, hell, I guess we didn't really talk about it. I know I didn't talk about it, or I mentioned it as far as a retro character. But the original Star Fox. Did I say anything about that? I don't think so.
You didn't. The original one.
The original one, yeah. I personally like that one more than I like 64. I think so. Yeah, I know. And 64 is like everybody's favorite. But
what the fuck?
No. That's a.
I don't even know what to say about that.
No. For me, it was a challenge level to it. Like the 64 one, definitely. If you were going for like all of the points and everything, definitely more challenging. But for Star Fox, the original one, I still haven't beaten it on the hardest mode yet.
It's because games were hard as shit back then.
I know, but that's what I like about it. That's like the challenge. I literally several years ago, I think like at the end of high school, like I spent like an entire Saturday trying to beat the third hardest, and I got so close, and just like the boss before the final boss just gets on screen and is just shooting shit everywhere. Like it's a there's probably like one little path you have to follow, but I never figured it out. So it's a really challenging game. That's what I like about it. But I do to its credit, I love the cinematic quality of the later Star Fox games, particularly 64.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So why don't you tell the people why you hate Star Fox 64 so much?
No, I don't hate Star Fox 64. I don't hate it at all. No, I just like the other ones better, or the first one better. But definitely, I mean,
Dinosaur Planet do anything for you?
I never played through that one. Actually.
I didn't either. I just
I've seen YouTube videos.
Danny played a lot of it.
He played a lot of it.
I watched it. I was just like, I couldn't even get into this. The only Fox I want to play out of ship is in Brawl or in Melee or something.
And then of course there was Assault, which is okay. But
I played a bit of Assault and I wasn't a fan.
Not a fan. Yeah. There were parts that they could have done better. Like I liked what they were thinking, but
at least they were trying to go back.
Yeah.
How did it go? Was that on Wii or was that on?
That was on GameCube.
How did it go? The entire Wii thing that no Star Fox came out.
You know what? I think for the most part, Nintendo doesn't like the Star Fox franchise too much. That's why they outsourced to Sega that one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. From what I've heard, I'll have to look more into it. But I don't think they're too terribly fond of it. I think Miyamoto just recently though said that he would like to see a new Star Fox game, which is nice that they're showing a renewed interest in it. But yeah, titles like Star Fox, Metroid, they're not. That's why you don't see as many of them because I don't think they're as popular with the Nintendo developers.
Really?
Yeah,
how bizarre. The games that make them the most money are the ones they're least interested in.
Yeah.
Good business plan, Nintendo.
Exactly. No.
Way to keep the fans.
It's like everybody's always going to buy Mario and Zelda, but these are franchises.
Yeah, but look at what's happening to those series.
No.
Have you seen what the new Super Mario Brothers 2 on the 3DS looks like? It looks like every other Mario that's ever came out.
Yeah, exactly.
But is that shame on me for thinking it's going to be something different, or?
No, I think that's really shame on Nintendo because I'm like, guys, you gotta
innovate.
I'm sure they're innovating enough with the mechanics on it, but I think visually.
I don't know if a Yoshi that blows up and you can like fly on is very innovative.
Okay, no, definitely not very innovative.
Or like people like coins. More coins will be everywhere. That will be a thing. I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand how that's a selling point. I like the Super Mario Worlds or Super Mario. What is that? Galaxy. Excuse me. Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, that's
tons of fun.
Yeah,
that's the kind of way I want to see Mario. Just that Wii, that first Mario that's coming out on the Wii. Like, they're only making that one because new Super Mario Brothers on the Wii sold so much.
Yeah.
So much more than any of the Galaxies. I think it sold more than Galaxies and Galaxies 2 put together.
Damn, that's kind of sad. I really think Galaxy's a better game.
It is, but like, think of how many more people the other one speaks to.
That's true. No.
That's the sad thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, and from those, I really wish they would just update the visual style because it's killing me how they are just not doing it. Going back to a game like Ratchet and Clank, is a cartoony fucking game. You are playing
a raccoon or whatever.
You were playing a Pixar movie in video game format, and I would really like to and they're not doing it with the first Mario Wii U release. I would like to see that from the Mario franchise, and you can do advanced visual techniques on the 3DS. So it's disappointing that they're not adopting that because the 3DS releases look like DS releases.
Yeah.
It looks like the new Super Mario Bros. Did the first release. Which is totally killing me, and I think that's part of the reason why I can't get into those is because it just doesn't.
I didn't even like the because everyone really enjoyed that Mario, the new one, Mario 3DS or whatever, like the one that came out last year at the end of last year. That everyone was like gaga over.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything for me, man. It
Really?
was cool because it was 3D and 2D. Like there was some cool elements or whatever. So it was kind of like Galaxies, but like it was still do the one stage and then it's like stage 1, 2 and stage 1, 2. Yeah. But like I don't know, it didn't do much for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. They should probably just lay off those franchises for
just
a bit.
Give them a gun and make it a first-person shooter and call it a day.
God,
boom.
No. We already have that on. That's a Counter-Strike mod. It's done. We don't need it. No. Okay. Yeah. Star Fox. Yeah, that's a. That's cool though.
Well, hopefully those games kind of make a comeback because I'm a big Star Fox fan.
Yeah.
I loved the 64 version. The Super Nintendo version. I don't think I ever played. I just didn't even. When you're young, just things you just don't. Without the internet, things just go right over you sometimes. Yeah. So I didn't hear about the series until the 64 version.
I think that was a start for a lot of people actually.
Oh my god!
Which is cool, which is fine, but definitely the first one's definitely worth it to check out. You have to get used to it.
I think every original meme ever comes from Star Fox 64.
Barrel roll,
can't let you do that, Star Fox.
No, I think as far as like the future of the series, I'd love to see like some online multiplayer or something because the multiplayer was kind of fun.
It was, and 64 was really fun.
Yeah, so I mean, you get other legions of people in there, and you just have a battle over Corneria or something. That'd be cool. That'd be
yeah,
cool,
I would totally dig that.
Especially kind of push Nintendo into that online realm, which they're not taking.
Yeah, very reluctant to dive into.
Yeah.
I like their Miiverse idea. It's so cautiously stupid.
Yeah. like what? So you do what now?
It's billboards, and you can comment on them, but they're moderated.
Yeah, but I understand. I mean, you can like draw on those and shit too, right? So I mean, you want
I don't know,
like penises
big
on everything.
Dick on some, I don't know.
Yeah, because that's what everybody's gonna do. Look at chat roulette. No, but we don't need a chat roulette on Miiverse.
Well, there's a game series that I was really into that I kind of got into after the Resident Evil series. I needed something to like scratch that. I don't know. Like I guess this one wasn't particularly zombie survivor, but there was something about that gameplay that I liked about Resident Evil that I really enjoyed. Just the having different equipment and getting better weapons and fighting better, bigger and badder monsters or whatever. And a game that replicated that really well, that also scratched other itches because I'm a big samurai fiend, was Onimusha.
Oh, yeah.
Huge fan of Onimusha. It goes on the games that I love, which is what we're talking about today. I love that entire series. A lot of people didn't even like the second one. I love the second one. I love the entire series. In 3, you even get Jean Reno, the French actor.
Oh, yeah.
And they travel through time and they switch places, and some of the greatest choreographed fight scenes, who was choreographed by my man Donnie Yen, who. He's like Ip Man.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
really fucking sweet.
He choreographed all those scenes, and that opening scene of that entire fucking game was awesome. It was so great. He was Samanosuke was like infiltrating the ship and just cutting down fools. Go out and look at that trailer if no one's ever seen it. It's on Onimusha 3 opening cutscene. Super sick. It's got great graphics even to today's standards. Like.
That was like a PS2, right?
Yeah, it was a PS2 game. But the story was really cool. It played a lot like Resident Evil. You even got souls like in like Devil May Cry. It was it kind of borrowed a lot from a lot of different Capcom games.
Really
so it scratched, like I said, it scratched a lot of itches, and I really enjoyed it. And I would love anything for them to like make more of those games. I didn't ever play Dawn of Sorrow, I believe it was. No, that was a DS game. There was a fourth one that I never played, and it was supposed to start a new trilogy, but I never played that one. Apparently, that one was really good, but I never played it.
I was about to say, I'm like, are they making an Onimusha 4 or like?
I think that was supposed to be Onimusha 4, but they like rebooted the series, Batman Begins style or whatever. Okay. Not saying that it's dark or anything, but just like did a reboot or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I really liked Onimusha. It was very cool. That told the age-old tale of the demon lord Nobunaga, taking over Japan with this demon army. A tale as old as time. And you were just some samurai who just happened to fall into the wrong place at the wrong time. You're like, well, I'm going to kill this demon god and I'm going to save Japan.
Right.
I'm a hero. I'm a hero.
Nice.
And the next game followed a whole different person, and he became the hero. And then the third game, you go back playing the guy in the first game, including Jean Reno, who has a whip and a gun. It's pretty sick.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's like an Ivy whip from Soul Calibur.
Oh, okay. Sense, so like the sword whip thing. Okay. Nice.
What about you, Abraham?
Shit. Trying to go over the list in my head. I didn't have enough time to think about it. I'm too busy rewriting Star Wars over here.
No. You're rewriting Star Wars, that's right.
Yeah. But you know what I'm going to do.
Everyone else is doing it. Who just, the guy from that 70s show.
Oh,
he edited the actual movie into one 90-minute movie. The entire trilogy into one 90-minute movie.
Oh, shit. That's right.
And use a bunch of deleted scenes and stuff like that also.
Oh, that's not bad.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was pretty good.
I've got to watch that thing.
What the fuck is that guy's name? The guy who played Venom, Topher Grace. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to say. Okay.
I've got one chamber that I know that you loved that we share. If you need me to.
Yeah.
Need me to bail you. Devil May Cry.
Oh, okay. Good. That's a good segue to that.
Go for it.
Damn.
I really like the gothic themes of the first game.
Yeah.
How like all the heavy metal and stuff like that, and the
that's just,
demon screaming like metal rock or whatever.
That was crazy. Yeah. No, that game was a really great intro to the PS2 for me. That was like one of the first games I had ever played, and they were doing all sorts of like graphical things, like coming off of like the N64. I'd never seen before.
Oh yeah.
And so it was like, what?
All the combat animations in that game were amazing. You're shooting people and juggling them in the air with guns, and then uppercutting them.
Hit them with the sword into the air, and they're like, oh bitch!
My God.
Just demons everywhere. It was like. You would think, hack and slash, oh, you're just slashing enemies over and over again, this is boring. No, that was...
Super sophisticated fighting system.
And I'm sure you could go more... I'm sure I could learn more about the system and pull off some really cool shit, but even if I was just like hitting buttons over and over and over again, it was the funnest time hitting that single button.
The bosses were so cool in that
game. And they talk to you. These are like giant monsters that talk back to you.
Yeah, and Dante was such a badass because he would just talk shit to them.
He's just like...
you kind of suck. I rock, whatever.
Multi-faced griffin thing. It's like, he's
I will eat your soul.
It's like, holy shit. And then you get like the cool one-on-one fight with like Angelo or whatever, who I guess was actually he
ends up being your brother.
Ends up being your brother. It's like, oh shit. And he's just, got the sword, and you've got a sword, and you guys are like just kicking ass.
So is that Virgil then?
Yeah, I think that was Virgil. It's just I guess
when he went completely dark or whatever, he turned into a different entity.
And you get cool weapons. You get the badass weapons.
You're using shotguns and pistols, but also like
like demon weapons. You have like demon fist things.
Yeah, totally.
Sword. And not only that, there's like a grenade launcher later, and you get the Sparta sword, and it's a sword, but then it turns into like a freaking scythe type thing. So you're over here like, what the fuck? And then on top of that, you've got demon powers that go along with it. So you transform into like whatever demon that is.
Yeah.
So one, you're flying around shooting lightning and everything. The other, you're like a flame demon thing. It was cool as shit.
It was very cool. You got me into that game, man. And that game was the soul center for many fan fictions that I wrote. That's for sure.
It's just like I beat that on a rental, but I'm like, even though it didn't take that long to beat, I was like, this is
an immensely satisfying experience.
I
think you clocked in like at 6 or 7 hours or something like that.
Not even long at all, but really a fun ass game. That was again great intro to like the PS2 because it was mature and serious and like snarky and.
I don't know how serious it was. The game was taken seriously, but it was very goofy.
I guess serious, not I guess kind of in your face, but like it didn't hold punches. Like
it's dark. It's dark. You're fighting like soulless marionettes, and you can see the string. Like it's a scary game and stuff like that. It was a creepy vibe to it.
And he's cursing and swearing left and right over there. So it's like at that age too. He came at the right age.
For sure. It was very rock and roll for me and yours, like freshman brains or whenever that came out.
Yeah, it just fit. So it just right.
God, what year in school were we in when the PS2 came out?
I think that was right at like 2000, 2001, I think.
So that was 8th grade freshman year.
Yeah, so that was just the right time. We'd gotten out of, whatever it was, the N64, and we were old enough and ready for it, so that's just the shit, man. That, definitely. I never really played much of the second one, unfortunately.
You didn't play the second one?
Not much. Okay, I heard it sucked.
Here's my thing with the second one. The story sucked. Okay. I liked a lot of the backdrops, like being in the city was really cool. Like in the middle, like a downtown area was really cool.
Yeah.
Some of the bosses were kind of cool. And I liked the idea, like you would be shooting at some point, and then every once in a while he would start shooting a different way,
Okay, that's cool.
In the third one you controlled which way you kind of shot, but you could shoot in every direction, but you used this one, he if someone would get close to you, he would automatically just start shooting at it.
And
you could also run alongside the walls without having to activate like that particular style like you did in the third one. So it was kind of like all the stuff was integrated into the gameplay, which the gameplay was completely solid.
Okay.
It was just like everything. Like Dante didn't like cuss. He didn't even talk the entire game. Like someone would be like, "I'm gonna kill you, Dante," and then the other one he'd be like, "Bitch, please," and then come up with like this cool like, "At least I don't look like some big stupid thing," And this one he was just kind of like, "Hint," and then he would just start fighting, like he would grunt and just, you're not Solid Snake, okay?
Right,
like,
that's pretty lame.
You can't just grunt. That's somebody else's thing.
Yeah, totally. And the third one, I didn't make it far. I didn't make it far enough for that one. I got really frustrated with that one. But
what?
Well, dude, okay.
3 is the you have to go back and play 3.
They've got an HD collection, right? I'll just buy that. Yeah, I know the third one that kind of.
Dude, no. You know what the key is? Play the first level over and over and over and over and over again,
Okay. See,
and
that's
just level up.
That's the problem.
And get used to the controls and like what combos you want to use and stuff like that, because like you need to. The game requires you to level up like that.
Yeah, I kind of learned that too late because I got caught in a pit, and it was a pit full of enemies, and one enemy hits me, the other 10 beat the shit out of me. I stand right back up, I get hit down by somebody.
Abraham,
that's what happened.
You will play through that game. That game is so fucking good. Like, the story is not only really good, but at the very end, the entire like gameplay mechanics change up for the final fight.
Oh, really?
And it is sick.
Damn, okay.
One of the coolest endgame boss battles ever. And you can go through the entire game as Virgil.
Okay, that's what I've heard. Okay, so I'll pick up I got another HD collection to pick up.
I'm kind of ashamed of you right now.
Hey.
That's cool that you're like you're the diehard fan of the original though. Like that's kind of sick though. There's a nostalgic love to be had. But I hate you deep down inside right now. That's ridiculous. You haven't played Devil May Cry.
I rented it. It's one of those rentals I was like,
it's a hard. You can't beat that game in a rent.
No, clearly not. I learned that.
That's for sure.
Too late, unfortunately.
Woo.
Yeah.
Man.
If I had owned that, I would have gone through it. But
yeah.
Just wrong.
4 was a steaming pile of horse shit, so we won't even talk about 4. I don't even think the same developer did it. I'm not sure on that. I would fact check me and yell at me in the comments, because at least someone will be commenting then.
Are they going for a 5th one yet, or what?
I mean, remember they're rebooting it.
The rebooting. Oh, the turd! Wow, I'm going to sever my penis.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Have you seen the trailers for it and stuff? Have you seen the gameplay trailers or anything?
Yeah.
Have you been following it all?
Not the most recent. Has there been anything since like E3?
Probably not since E3.
Okay.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, no, that one.
That's a thing.
No, I know. Wow,
that's cool.
Well,
yeah.
Because we've talked about this before, and I heard.
It happens. It's called DMC, if that makes any.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who don't like the look of it. I'm
he
all
looks
for
emo.
it.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. Yeah,
he doesn't act emo. He doesn't seem like he's emo.
My favorite line from the trailer.
I have friends that have stupid haircuts like that too, but I'm still friends with them. You bunch of fucking weirdos. Like.
I like the line from the trailer. I don't know my mother, but if you're calling me a son of a bitch, you're not the first. I'm like, fuck yeah. So no, I'm all for it. I don't give a shit. They do some cool shit with like the world and everything. So I'm like,
I'm very all into that. I'm very all into that. That comes out in January, so a little bit of a wait for it, but I'm really excited. And I like those guys. Those guys make pretty good games. I didn't beat what is that game? That Odyssey game that was like oh my god, it just came out the other year. Shit.
Wow.
I don't know what it's called, but it's a game where it was the Journey to the West, but like it was a new age, like futuristic like one, and it was kind of weird. I didn't play all the way through it, but like a lot of people liked it, and apparently the story was super fantastic. But the same people did Heavenly Sword. Was like a tech demo for because like it was like 4 hours long, but like the combat in it was really good.
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing. Is that the combat really solid?
But I think that they'll do a good job with this game.
Yeah. So that's definitely another game to look forward to. Too bad it's out there, but no, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of throw a curveball because we don't talk a lot of like racing games, like in this podcast really. But I like a lot of racing games. I'm a big racing game fan, but there was one racing game particularly that I skipped school for. It got me into cars, got me into like learning about cars, ricing out my car, if you will. Adding aftermarket parts to my car, adding ridiculous neons. Temporarily, I still don't have neons on my car. It's ridiculous. The neons to my car, like in that game was Need for Speed Underground, the original. There is a list out there somewhere that's my top 100 that it would probably make its way easily in the top 20. That game alone. Nice. Like that game is super. I don't know what about it. Like that game it is racing game for me. It is racing game. It is racing game. It had the perfect amount of customization for all the cars. Without being super overwhelming and getting too crazy with things. Nice. It had There was no stupid open world structure, which everyone seems to like in racing games, but I don't see it. I don't think it works. Like, when I'm playing a racing game, I want to do the next event.
Yeah.
So, like, just give me a menu, and that's fine.
Right.
If you want to, like, somehow bridge the gap between there with your idiotic story, fine. But, like, don't make me, like, drive there. And, like, if there is an open world...
There. Oh, God, that's...
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's how the second one was. Like, they made you, like, drive to, like, and that's how all of them were. Like, you know, it's stupid as shit.
That is, yeah. No. Because I was about to, like, counterpoint and be like, Road Rash 64 was open world, but you had menus. You selected tracks. You could just go anywhere you wanted to.
You said, that's the right way. Midnight Club does that also.
Okay, so that's
no, it doesn't. That's a lie. Midnight Club is a very big perpetrator of this exact crime. I'm a huge fan of Need for Speed. One of the greatest video game soundtracks ever. I fucking love all the songs. I think.
Yeah.
That was the time where "Getting Low" by Little John in the East Side or West Side Boys. That's how white I am. The something side boys. They were singing "Get Low," you know, and everyone was doing that, and that was at every billiards den and every fucking radio car and everything ever. But a great soundtrack nevertheless. Crystal Method on there and stuff like that.
That's right. My old roommate played that game all the time. It was like, that's all I
didn't know. It was always playing when you were customizing your car too, or pulling in for the win.
I'm over there playing like Metroid Prime 2. He's got that going.
Wow, two completely different worlds there.
So I'm like,
online was really cool too. That was like when online was just picking up. It was the very first time I'm racing against Jimmy online, and that was back when I could win against Jimmy every once in a while in races.
Asian skills.
I think he won more in the end, but I could at least beat him sometimes. And then Sean, we used to race with all of our friends in that game, and that game was just sick. I don't know. There was something about it. Love that game.
Definitely, man.
What about you, man? Well, let's see what time it is. Maybe we can. Oh yeah, we can start wrapping this up actually. We'll save some of these games that we love for other podcasts. We can't just talk about it all right now because it'd be ridiculous. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and step into the hyperbolic dream chamber. We just cook up crazy ideas that are never gonna happen, but they're gonna happen right now.
But they will. Okay.
Right now, we're gonna live it.
Right here, right now.
Not physically, but maybe mentally. We'll live it.
Mentally, okay.
We'll use our imaginations. And it's who would you want to be stuck on a deserted island with? Do you need a second?
Yeah,
want to go?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'll let
I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to choose Zach from the Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball series because he would turn the entire deserted island into a beach volleyball resort with all of his money.
Damn.
And then I would be stuck there with all the beach volleyball babes on his deserted island that's now a paradise for volleyballing.
That's a... Damn. You know how to pick them. That's a good one.
Yep.
Okay.
It's all about what they got,
Yeah, good point. Damn.
Sometimes you don't need, because I could survive, up until I think I trust myself. Yeah, I look at I watch Survivor, more than I should. Big fan. Ooh, I just said that on the internet. I immortalized that. Do you see what just happened?
Yeah, it's
Fuck you, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with Survivor. I always watch that show and I'm just like, I could probably do all of this. I could probably, do all of this. I'm pretty sure that, I could do all of this. So, I don't have any problem with, maybe surviving for a little while.
Yeah.
But, as long as we're on a beach, and there's coconuts or whatever. If you're Bear Grylls surviving it, maybe not so much. But Survivor surviving it, definitely. And then Zach, he'll build the resort, and I'll just be surviving off the land while he's building the resort. All of a sudden, the ladies will start coming, and everything will be like paradise. It's not even being deserted anymore. It's just a vacation.
Yeah, holy shit. Wow, that's a really good one. Damn, you just built it. Wow. Okay. Well, mine's not quite as cool, but I chose Lara Croft. Because, you know what? We'll be on an island, she'll find a tomb, we're going to go raid it and see some dinosaurs and shit.
That's great.
So at least...
She's always somehow finds dinosaurs.
Yeah, there's always...
If you want to see dinosaurs, she's the guide to take.
Exactly, yeah, so...
I'm in on that. That's awesome.
So at least, if I do die on this island, I've gone on an adventure while, trying to survive. So, yeah.
Would she be teaching you how to tomb raid, or is she kind of reluctant that you're with her?
I would try my best not to slow her down, well, I'd have to see. I feel I could survive well enough, so
She seems kind of nice. I think she would.
Yeah.
I think she would be helpful.
Yeah, I don't imagine she'd throw me to the dogs or whatever. Probably literally, She's like,
right.
Hey, you go into
Cave
there
dogs.
first. I'm like, freaking wolves and bears and then T-Rexes. Why don't you go
Sometimes
first?
Velociraptors. It just depends.
Yeah.
Or a merc with a gun. It really depends.
But
she's always pissing off some organization.
Somebody, one way or another, she gotta make trouble.
Yeah.
Make trouble, but.
Well, great. That was awesome. Well, that was our episode tonight. We've been doing 2 a week, which has been great.
Yeah,
I guess we wouldn't say it's like just us two and then everybody else. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll all get together at some point and do a big one. It's all schedule conflicting. We're all working different schedules and whatever.
And I'll be out of town next week, so that's.
Are you going to a con?
Yeah, San Japan and San Antonio. So gonna be selling there and seeing what happens.
That's awesome.
Bringing some new merchandise for myself there. So.
Awesome, man.
So.
Good for you. That'll be really cool. You got to show me what you're bringing down there.
Damn. Yeah, one of the posters is already posted, but like an actual poster, my computer can handle poster size shit now.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
So had to get in on that. So yeah.
Well, very cool. Yeah, I'm going to a rave next weekend, so that's what I'm doing.
That's right. I remember that.
You're doing what the fuck is it called? I don't even remember what it's called, but it's a fair park and.
Oh yeah. That.
Nero's gonna be there and Noisia.
Nice.
And some other dudes. So that'll be fun. So we're gonna have jam packed. We're gonna go do things that aren't nerdy. Yay! Well, you're doing something that's really nerdy, but you're doing something. You're not being. We're not nesting. We're going out and doing things.
There will be alcohol involved with mine, so
there has to be. There's no such thing as a sober con.
No, definitely not.
Oh my god!
Not at this age, no.
Jesus, no way.
It's downtown, so we got bars everywhere.
Nice. All right, everybody, subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to our WordPress. Optionalbosses.com is the website. Like us on Facebook. Show us some love in the articles, comment, rate, whatever. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we will see y'all next week. Game on.
Game on.